So last night I got to check out one of my most anticipated movies of this year, and that was Only God Forgives, starring Ryan Gosling with reteaming with the director Nicholas Winding Refn and the music guy who did Drive, Cliff Martinez. So you know it's going to be a good movie, and the trailers look awesome. Before we get into the review, the story is about Julian, played by Ryan Gosling, whose brother is murdered, and his mother comes in to the picture wanting revenge for her son's death, played by Kirsten Scott Thomas, and she wants Julian to get revenge for his brother's death, and this kind of just, all these people are getting involved, and it's kind of going back to this cop guy who I can't pronounce the actor's name, I'm sorry, but he's involved now, and the mother wants him to kill the cop guy, and it's kind of complicated for Julian to do this because of what his brother previously did to get himself actually killed. So I've been anticipating this movie for a long time. I rented it on Vudu on my PlayStation 3 last night. It was $7.99. Had to watch it in high definition because the colors did look great on the trailers. I've never rented anything on digital. That's not my thing, but this movie I had to. To get my review, I was a bit disappointed with Only God Forgives, as Drive is one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm a Drive fanboy. That movie completely blew me away, and that movie since then has touched on how Drive was. Drive is just so well done and everything. I'm not going to do a review for Drive. This isn't a review for Drive. This is a review for Only God Forgives. But I'm hyping up Only God Forgives so much because of how much I love Drive. So, what are the positive things about Only God Forgives? Visually, this movie is amazing. It is some of the best visuals I've seen in a long time. The color for this neon color, tinted red color that is played throughout the whole movie. It's kind of like, you see some parts, you see just like the bottom part of the face, and everything is just like a shadow. And so the visuals for this movie are good. The color, the cinematography, everything is there, and it's beautiful. On the level of Drive. The music score is not as great as Drive. It has its moments at the end. There is a really couple cool songs that you really get into, and you're immersed into the movie. Throughout the movie there is a few numbers that are great, but just nothing along the lines of Drive. Drive, the music was amazing, and like I said, I'm just hyping this movie up so much, and I just want it to be Drive, which it wasn't. The story was alright. I did have some major problems with this movie. You know, Drive, he stared a lot, and it worked. This, he stared a lot, and it worked. He plays this such mysterious character in Only God Forgives, but the way it went about, it seemed like Ryan Gosling was only there. It's like Nicholas put him there, okay, go act for me, here's some money. And that's what it seemed like. It didn't seem like Ryan Gosling got too much into the role of Julian. He stared a lot, but he didn't Drive, and it worked, but now it just seemed awkward. The mother was alright. Kirsten Scott Thomas, she was a very blunt character. Wanted things to happen and demanded it. So she was alright. The cop guy, he controlled everybody's fate in the movie. I liked his character. I did not like his movements. He was so stiff. He just walked like this throughout the whole movie. And he always carried a blade in his back. He would always just carry a blade. Happened to be there so he can kill someone. I'm talking about the violence. The violence is there. It's very gory. You're like, oh, he's about to do that. It's more violent and gory than Drive was. there was too much staring and not enough dialogue. It seemed like whenever someone asked you a question, they would just stare. And if it was like me or a regular human being, they'd be like, are you gonna answer me? You're gonna answer instead of just staring at me? So that was kind of my problem with, there was too much staring, there was too much stiffness from the characters. It was actually boring at moments. As much as I don't want to say this, it was boring at moments. It was moving too slow. I did like the plot, you know, Ryan Gosling wanted to avenge his brother's death, but it was complicated because what his brother was doing, and he just couldn't bring himself to do it towards the end. The fight scene, you know, he's like, want to fight? Was kind of disappointing. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but this movie was very weird. There was a lot of scenes that were not needed, and he was kind of going through this dream state where he would be imagining something, like he'd be washing his hands and then there'd be blood, but then it'd be done. So, and then they played a lot with him looking at his hands, and it was weird and it was hard to swallow. So it was a bit disappointing because I was hyping this movie up and I could not wait to get off work. Went and got a pizza, sat down, downloaded the movie and watched it, and I was like, no one talk to me, I am sitting in my chair and I'm going to watch Only God Forgives. I'm so excited. And I was hoping that it'd be Drive, as Drive was one of my favorite movies, and it wasn't. And I want to say, guys, if you are looking for Drive, this is not it. If you're looking for a visual movie that's amazing, this is it. But other than that, this movie is just weird. It's slow. The acting is kind of bland. It's boring. It's not too much dialogue. It's violent, got great visuals, good music. But other than that, this movie it's not that great. As much as I hate to say it, I just want to love it. I have the movie for 24 hours. I might watch it again. If my thoughts about it will change, I will let you guys know. But watch Chris Stuckman's review. He brought up a good point. It's pointless violence. Drive violence had meaning. This has pointless violence. Like, it doesn't mean anything. And other stuff had meaning. This was just like to be there. And I know Nicholas Winding Refn has like a fetish for violence and he loves it, but it was pointless violence, and it was not the kind of violence I liked. So yeah, that's another thing. So sorry for this longer review, as I have a lot to talk about for this review. I've just been dying to see this movie and it did not pay off. My girlfriend loved Drive and she loves Ryan Gosling, and she, halfway through the movie, she stopped watching it and went on her phone. It's that boring. For me, I just cannot do that. I am always immersed into the movie. I always have to just sit there and watch it, but it was bad. Probably one of the most disappointing movies of the year is because I was hyping it. Like, Hangover 3 and Iron Man 3 were disappointing, but this is just on another disappointing level. So, though I am glad I watched it, and I want people to watch it, it's $7.99 to rent on like Xfinity On Demand and iTunes and Vudu, because it's not playing nationwide in theaters. People, the general audience who don't love movies that much, if they see this, they will absolutely hate this movie. So much they will hate this movie. But people who appreciate film can kind of see the positive things about this and the negative things. If I ever give it out of 10, I would give it a 6. 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. As the visuals I was drawn into, and I love the visuals of this movie, the color, the neon, the cinematography, the directing, there's mysterious behind it. But everything else just kind of fell flat on its ass, and that's why I haven't given it such a low score. So hopefully I can watch it again, and the review will be better. I'm going to buy this on Blu-ray when it comes out for sure, as I'm Ryan Gosling is, I'm gonna say it, I say it to my family and friends all the time, Ryan Gosling is sexy. And I'm not gay, and I'm not afraid to say that he is very sexy, and he is very good looking, and he is good at what he does. He can stare, and I'll love the whole movie. So this is Just Watching Movies with the review for Only God Forgives. I recommend checking this out, as if you guys love Drive, I want you guys to check it out. I want to know your thoughts. Comment down below and tell me your thoughts about Only God Forgives. Did you like it? Are you looking forward to seeing it? Nick Darden, please tell me your thoughts. You talk about it on Facebook here, kind of talk more about it. But I want everybody to kind of tell me their thoughts about Only God Forgives. Did you like it? Disappointed? I know it's been out for a day, but I know it played at like the LA Film Festival and everything. But please remember to rate, subscribe, and comment on this video. And I also have my 800 subscriber giveaway contest that's running until August 1st, so definitely check that out. Sorry for this longer review, as I had lots to say and I just had so many thoughts about this film. So I'll see y'all later. I got a Conjuring review coming up next, and R.I.P.D. Red 2, and The Way Back. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.